Sure, for sure. Alrighty. My name is Michael Hernandez, and I am with the 559 Fights team, and I'm here with Isaac Johnson Jr., the heavyweight contender in the it's been a pretty crazy division as of this year, you know. I mean, you're 2-0 to start the year, but how would you say your MMA journey has started off so far, man? You know, you kind of had a crazy entry into this
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah. It's kind of, well, I'm a combat veteran, so like
Oh, okay.
my therapist said I'm addicted to adrenaline, and so I just know how to feed myself to the wolves. I guess I don't know, but being heavyweight, that was a tough. My first fight was nobody has ever pushed me like that before,
Yeah.
and I didn't expect any of it, and so I drew a blueprint from that. And I just said, I just want to train hard and make sure that I'm able to survive. You know, you got to survive. You got to adapt to survive. And I tried my best. And then I went down to Cruiserweight. And then
Yeah.
I did good in that one. I want to go to light heavyweight. That's my main goal. It's
That's your
205.
main goal.
Probably go down lower. This is the biggest I've ever been. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, you've looked great in both weight classes. As somebody that's gone to watch you at both of those fights, man, you put on a show both times. I mean, that first show with Darian Williams, that was an absolute banger of a matchup.
yeah, that was.
I think you guys were both combat veterans too, so that was definitely pretty
Yeah.
cool. Um, and then your last one, I mean, you got that victory as well. And
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot that you had went to that cruiserweight division because I mean, you just looked so you didn't look like you missed a step in there. You didn't look like you were struggling at all, you know? So is there anything to that? You feel like moving down in that weight class and having to go from heavyweight to cruiserweight to light heavyweight, do you feel that messes with you at all as a fighter, or do you think you're still
No,
kind of the same killer?
I feel like I'm more dangerous when I go lower because I was always, 175 uh, throughout my life. But then when I got this weight, I got so used to it. But I could feel like me as I'm losing this weight, I feel looser. I feel, more agile. The power is still there, and I'm just working on the speed now. You know.
Yeah, we hear you got the kids in the background there, you know, got your family there. So
Yeah.
what are you doing over there? You babysitting or you got what you got going on today?
Well, my family, we own the salon. This is our salon. We're in here chilling.
Oh, okay.
And
Free plug.
I got people from my gym. We love each other. We're like a real family. D-Throne is a real family. We're all in here right. Well, some of them are in here right now, especially the kids. Killer Kane, Carson.
Yeah.
I tell him I used to dye my hair a lot, then I stopped. And then when I seen him with his hair dye, I told him, "You made me want to dye my hair again."
Yeah, so is
And
that why you got that little red?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
Nice.
always
Yeah.
loved it.
It looks I was gonna say it looks cool, man. I've always been one to I appreciate the hair dyeing. I've never been one to pull it off though. I got blonde once when I was like in eighth grade. Not it wasn't a good look for me. But you know, I'm not hating on it because some people can really pull it off. And
Yeah.
to them, I give them the kudos. You get what I'm saying? But
Never know.
let's get
Blonde might not be for you. You might. What's your favorite color?
I like blue. So I may be
Might
a
be
blue
fit
guy.
you. I
That's what
like
I'm
red.
saying. See, that's I'm like a light blue. I like Tar Heel blue, big like North Carolina vibes, you know, like
Yeah.
that type of blue. But enough about me and my colors. You know, let's get into you because you're the real spectacle we want to talk about here today, man. And you know, with your background of the combat veteran, it's definitely an interesting one to kind of shift into the MMA. So how would you say you said that you had some discussions with your therapist and such into getting into the MMA realm. Was that kind of what helped you lay over into 559 fights, or was it more of a I just wanted to get into the gym, and then from the gym I kind of they got told me about 559 fights, and you kind of made your way through there?
Well, it started 4 years ago when I was searching for a gym. I first moved to Fresno, and something was wrong with me. I got out the military. Something like I didn't know. I didn't know about depression. I knew about depression, but I didn't know like I was going through it. And then it's just so much I learned about. I had a panic attack. I thought it was a heart attack, and I started worrying about my health. And I started doing things to make my health better, my mental better, everything I could try to do to better myself. And then fighting has been one of the best medicines for me. Besides therapy and stuff like that, that helps. But like just sweating it out. If I have a bad day or if I'm just going through something, we all go through something, but like the gym just helps me. Like it releases a lot of weight. And then I'm always been a competitor. I played sports since I was a little child. You know, my family has professional sports blood and genes. So it's just the competitiveness. I said, I want to compete.
Yeah.
Now, I was ready in February,
No.
but you know, it takes time. I wanted to make sure that I go in here and I don't look sloppy. I don't want to look sloppy. I want to go in there. Like if you go to Afghanistan, you're not going to somebody.
You got to prep.
You know.
Yeah.
So
No, I most
make
definitely
sure I
understand.
sharpen my tools, and that's what I've been doing.
And let me reiterate, I don't understand coming from the combat veteran perspective, you know, because I definitely respect your services and I respect everything that you men and women have done for this country. But that's definitely a mindset it's hard for a normal person to kind of put into terms. But when you put into terms of that fighting, I could see where you definitely have built that relationship, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that you've been able to find an outlet, because I definitely know that mental health for a lot of combat veterans and for veterans in general can be something that often gets ignored. And I'm glad that you took initiative as a man, because I know definitely being a man in today's society, that makes it a lot more tougher, you know? And yeah, I just really want to commend you for that, because I know that can be tough, especially me as a growing young man. I've had my struggles, as we all have, as you have explained. So yeah, I just really want to commend you for that, because I feel that's a great message for you to be sending out, especially to those young kids at Dethrone, to all around Fresno, man. I really want to. That's great that you did that.
That's why I try to show my kids. Come and say hi, Dada. Say hi.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. Hey.
When my kids don't, you know, when they question you, they don't know, like they feel like they're not working hard or they don't know what working is. I say, just watch me. And then the children, me trying to show my kids how to work hard, the kids look up to me.
Yeah.
You know, the other kids is not my kids, look up to me. And it's just, it's not a burden to carry, but it just feels like I'm grateful.
Yeah.
You know, to have some type of, you know, I can help these kids, because I know what it's like to lose. I know what it's like to win. I know what it's like to feel like you're not shit. So I try to make sure they don't, or, you know, build them up.
Most definitely. And yeah, that's beautiful, man. I really like that. Like, I can't tell you enough as a journalist how much that makes me happy that we have fighters just continuously pushing that message of positive reinforcement, you know, because I feel there's a lot of guys that get into fighting for the wrong reasons, you know, because they like the glitz and the glamour. But, you know, a big part of it too is the integrity, you know, and it gets lost in the sauce sometimes, as the kiddos like to say. But I'm glad that you're carrying on that torch, Isaac. And to go into your background, because you said you had moved to Fresno. So where were you from originally?
I'm from Sacramento.
Oh, okay, Sacramento, Sacktown, nice.
Born and raised.
There we go, Sacramento. Okay, so
Midtown.
from Sacramento. Yeah, so from Sacramento, you had went to the military right after. Did you do a little? Okay.
I went straight to the military. I grew up in Oak Park, and usually carrying that it comes with a lot of weight, even if you don't. I don't game bang, so it comes with, you know what it is. And so I wanted to try something new, because that's not how this world is, and I don't want me growing up in a certain place to define who I am. So I needed more structure. I needed to see something different. I joined the military right away.
Yeah, no,
and I try to become more of a man there.
I really, that's why I feel like the military lines up a lot for a lot of these young men too, is when you're in a community like that, that you just described. Because, you know, I feel like when there's not sports and when there's not things like extracurriculars that people can get involved in, the military can kind of serve as that basis of structure. You get what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you were kind of able to find that sort of comfortability in it. From your Instagram and from your social medias, it looks like you did enjoy your time and enjoyed the relationships that you made while you're with your time in the military, you know. But with your career outside of fighting, you know, you went in that you're a veteran, you run a salon, you're a jack of many trades, as they would say. What would you say is another hobby of yours, maybe outside of the fight game, that a lot of 559 fights fans may not know about you. You know, maybe maybe you're a really skilled magician. You know, there's always some weird talents that fighters have, and I just always like to get into them, or maybe they have a weird passion. You know.
Yeah. So my grandpa played in the NBA. Oh, get him away from that. My grandpa played in the NBA, and so my first love always and will always be basketball. I'm like, I joke around with the higher rankings in the jiu-jitsu world, because you know how they have the belt colors. And
Yeah.
so I tell them I'm a black belt in football and basketball, but I'm very good at those sports. And
Yeah.
that's something I guess you didn't know.
Yeah, no, Isaac Johnson Jr.'s definitely got an NFL ringing tone to it for sure. I when I first heard that name, I was like, Isaac Johnson Jr. Like, that just sounds like an NFL athlete or an NBA
Yeah.
athlete. You know what I'm saying? But no, that definitely makes sense. You know, is there a team that you maybe support? You know, are you a Sac Kings fan? I'm guessing.
Well, I support. I'm more of like I'm an athlete, and I like to sports gamble sometimes.
Okay.
So I like athletes. My coaches, when I first started playing sports, my coaches said, and it's just like fighting. Find somebody that you feel like the position you're gonna be playing. Make sure you watch the players that you like, and
Yeah.
you mimic it. You could do whatever, and then I just try to live it like that.
All right. Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. And I mean, it's definitely it's definitely transferred onto that on into the octagon, because I mean, with some of
Yeah.
those some of those blows you're throwing, man, like, I'm surprised even watching you fight sometimes. I'm just seeing you throw, and I'm like, how is this guy doing it? How is he not tired? But that must be that
My
combat
mom
veteran.
used to box.
Oh, you really do have that
Yeah.
fighting in you, don't you, Isaac? Oh man,
I didn't really like fighting as a kid though,
yeah.
because like I don't know, I was so into basketball and football, and this is but
Yeah.
now it's just like whatever.
No, I definitely understand you, because as someone, I grew up playing football, and I grew up loving sports and stuff like that, non-contact, like non-MMA. As soon as I turned 18, I just fell in love with it. Like, I just started loving jiu-jitsu. I started really getting into UFC a lot. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Like, maybe it's just something, as you become an adult, you learn to appreciate it more. I feel like it's more of a honor and respecting. I feel like that's why a little bit older crowds are able to get into it a little bit more. But I I just, yeah, it's something that's interesting to look at for sure, because I feel like a lot of fans make that transition of being really big like football and basketball fans, and then they go and they like MMA. So that's interesting that you mentioned
Yeah.
that as well.
Because you can see the art though. Like
Yeah, no,
me,
definitely
I
can't see the
study
art.
film. I study film. I did all that. I did all that. Like as an athlete, I did all that, and I could see movements. I look at footwork. I look at the how you maneuver it. What's your best? What is your best movement? And I could see all that, and that's why it drew me to even watch more UFC, because you could see how the fakes. All that is art, bro. Like, it's an art. It's beautiful, and some people don't see it. Some people do, but I appreciate the art in every sport.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Alrighty, Isaac. You know, I've definitely enjoyed your time today. You've been such an amazing guest, and there's just a couple more questions I gotta ask you here today. You got an upcoming fight event coming up in January, and to my knowledge, I heard you're looking for a fight, so is there possibly a chance of you being on this January card? Because you weren't at this
Yeah.
December card, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you at this January card, man.
Yeah, I wanted to be on December card too, but like I said, it's my medicine. I don't go in here and try to knock people. I take what they give me. I'm not looking here to hurt anybody. This is my fucking medicine. And January 28th, I will be fighting.
Sounds good, man. Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. Do you have anybody that you're looking for? Is there anybody in the cruiserweight, heavyweight division that you've seen? Maybe at the December fights, there was a knockout in the cruiserweight division. That could be a potential matchup there.
Well, I've seen it too. I've seen it too, and I like competition. I like when I train. I like competition, so I can learn. It helps me evolve.
Yeah.
So whoever they have for me, I'll be ready. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting my opponent because I have love for all my opponents. I have them as friends right now, but I'm ready for. I've been to war. I've been to Afghanistan, so you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
No, and whenever you say that, it's really reminiscent to me of like, I don't know if you've seen those edits and stuff of like Alex Pereira and like Israel Adesanya, where they're like, Israel's like, I'm ready to die, and then Alex is saying like, I'm ready to kill, like, you know, and you're like, I'm ready to kill, and I love that fighter mentality, man. Like that's something that I feel a lot of fighters don't carry as much, but you
Yeah,
carry it in such a respectful tone that it's hard to undermine, man. And that's why I really like you as a fighter. Really wanted to get you in for an interview today, and I really appreciate your time. Um, but yeah, I really hope to see you out at that January card, man. Hopefully we can get another in-ring interview like how we did last time. You know, that was awesome. But was there anybody you want to shout out? You know, I know you work at well, you train at Dethrone, you know. So was there anybody at Dethrone you want to shout out? I know
it's a
Falcons
lot of
over there.
people at Dethrone. It's a lot of people at Dethrone. They know who I'm talking to. They know if when they watch this, they know who I'm talking to. I love my whole Dethrone family because it's 2 different locations.
Yeah.
I'll go to both. And you know, I want to shout out to everybody in there, even the hit class, the women at the Fit Garden class. They got me started with my cardio to fight, and
Oh,
then
okay.
I switched over to Clovis Avenue. My coach Noro told me to go to Clovis Avenue, and I've been working with Coach Mike, Alex, Nick, everybody in there, Coach Rudy, and it's been a blessing, man. Like God puts people in places for a reason. So I've been.
Yeah.
I shout out to Manchester, Cafecito, Last by Faith, ESR8. You know,
But
that's shout out to 559 Fights and you, Michael.
hey,
Yeah,
I really
I like your
appreciate that, man.
Supreme beanie.
Hey,
That's
thank
my
you,
type of
man. Thank
style
you.
right there.
Yeah, what's it called? I got this as a little gift. That all my family knows I love sweets. So, you know, they're like, "Oh, we had to get this for you, man." But yeah, Isaac, man, I'm really excited for your fight career, man. I want to see it go miles, and I'm really hoping the best for you. I really am.
Thank you.
So I hope to see you out. I hope to see fight fans out on January 28th, correct? At the 559 Fights 94. We're gonna have Isaac Johnson against an opponent to be named. But as soon as that opponent is to be named, you know I will be talking about it, and you know I will definitely get in touch with you, Isaac. Hopefully, I can get an interview with you sometime during fight week, and we can get
Yeah,
a little bit
I
more
got you,
discussion.
bro. Anytime, just hit me up. I'll break my back for you.
Hey, I appreciate the respect, man. Thank you, Isaac. And
All right.
559 fight fans, we will see you at the next one.